I thought I'd just jump on and carry on documenting my crypto investments. Been a bit of movement, so I thought I'd hop on and chime in on what's happened. You've got Bitcoin dominance that's just broke out of this ascending wedge that I've been tracking for just on a year. You've also got, say, Ethereum, Bitcoin just sitting below support, which I spoke about in the previous video. You've got like Matic Bitcoin, which I mentioned last video, that was just hovering under support, but ever since it got a weekly close below support, it's been nothing but red. You've got ADA Bitcoin, which I'm pretty sure is going to put in a weekly close below support. We're on Saturday right now, so more than likely going to put in a close below support, and then if it's anything like Matic, it'll continue to do so until we see QE. So that's what's happened, and if I just overlaid like the Fed's balance sheet and the price of Bitcoin, you'll see when the Fed switch from decreasing their balance sheet to pumping the balance sheet back up, altcoins bottomed on their Bitcoin pair, and when altcoins broke off support from their Bitcoin pair, that's when Bitcoin USD topped out. So looking at where we are this cycle, you've got the same thing sort of playing out. You've got the Fed decreasing their balance sheet, you've got Bitcoin going on a QT bull run, and you've also got altcoins breaking off their support, which is, I mean, I can draw it like that, but you can literally draw it from August 21. Summer of 21, altcoins have been doing nothing but putting in lower lows against Bitcoin. So more than likely what we're going to see in the next few months is altcoins find a new low off their support. We're going to see the Fed go into QE and start increasing their balance sheet, which next meeting's in 3 weeks. So I know unemployment put in a scary number this week, so we could see an early cut, but the market's not pricing them in until July, which is weird because it was meant to be in January this year, then it was March, and then it was May, and now it's July. So it just keeps getting pushed back. Obviously, you never know with what like inflation data is going to print, but the market's not putting it out until July. So call the bottom July. It was probably like 75 weeks before we seen like a real QE bull run. Let's call it mid-July, 15th of July. If we put in 75 weeks from there, it's probably not going to be until the end of 2025 that we see the QE bull run. What does that mean for me? Well, what I'm looking at is Bitcoin's just continuing to put in new highs, while altcoins are just continuing to put in new lows. So that tells me eventually Bitcoin's going to run out of gas. Last time it ran out of gas when they broke off support. It put in like a dead cat bounce afterwards, but from there it just cooled off for a little bit. And I honestly think like that's going to be us for a little bit now. I think we're going to cool off. We might put in another little bounce, go into some price discovery for a little bit, if at all. But we're probably just going to cool off for a few months. And I think this is where the opportunity is. If you never got in on the Bitcoin QT bull run, like, that's fine, but just don't miss the next opportunity. All you have to do, or I suppose I shouldn't be saying like what you need to do. I suppose what I'm looking to do is just buy these coins while there's so much fear in the market, and just hold on to them until there's greed. There's like literally the whole plan. So Bitcoin's about to catch a cold. We're sitting at 70k right now. We could see 50, we could see 40. Bitcoin's gonna catch a cold. But what do you think the altcoins are gonna do? Like if you bought, say you bought Bitcoin on 15th of January 2024 and held on to it till now, you're up 60%. If you held Ethereum from the 15th of January and held it till now, you're up 40%. So like almost half what you would have had if you just held Bitcoin. If you held Matic or like some of the shitcoin from the 15th of January, like from the weekly close, like you've actually lost money. If you held, I don't know, ADA from the 15th of January, weekly close, you've lost money. So like you wait until Bitcoin catches a cold, like these altcoins are just going to get wrecked. But that's where the opportunity is. The opportunity isn't when Bitcoin's on the news and people are harping on about it. Like, a lot of the opportunity's gone. The opportunity were when people were like fear mongering and like there was so much negative news about Bitcoin. That's where the opportunity is, because no one believes in it. So I think that's what we've got coming up. There's probably going to be a phase where Bitcoin cools off, altcoins get wrecked, you know, crypto's over, blah, you know, all this shit. That's where you want to be getting in DCA and these altcoins. The opportunity is coming up soon. They've broken off support and it's happening. It's happening again. This is playing out again, potentially. Not financial advice. So again, if you missed the Bitcoin QT rally, don't miss the fucking altcoin QE rally. Don't fuck it up. I feel like it's such an easy way to make a bit of money. And this is part of why I'm documenting it, because it would be so good to look back on and be like, wow, what an idiot. Or it would be so good to look back on and be like, that's crazy how that opportunity was just there. I mean, yeah, we'll see. We'll see. But I think that's all I've got to say on the subject. I had to record this 2 times because the mic never recorded the first time, so I'm a bit burnt out speaking about it, to be honest. Covered interest rate cuts. I think that's everything. Yeah, just don't fuck it up. Make some money.